Look, he actually did rise.
Well, this changes everything.
It does present somewhat of a challenge.
Really all depends
On us.
And them.
on what becomes of all this.
We still have an influence, even after this.
This only matters if it's true.
And it is true.
Okay, so we cast a little doubt. Maybe right now it appears to be true.
To those who just saw it anyway.
To those who witnessed it firsthand.
Let's say in the long run, well, what, 100, 1,000, 2,000 years from now?
I doubt if anyone will remember it, let alone believe it. So we'll start with
A lie.
a lie.
A lie.
But there has to be something more.
Because a lie doesn't satisfy the emotions. People will always crave an experience.
A feeling. Something that drives them into action.
Wars have been started. Countries divided and kings betrayed.
All because of ridiculous emotion.
And the truth will still reach far too many, even if it's veiled and clouded in deceit, as long as there's just one driven by passion.
Passion can lose its fire. Emotions easily confused. People will always be the problem.
And the solution.
Well, the way I see it, it's still in the hands of the people to share it.
Teach it.
And live it.
When things are in the hands of the people, there's one thing for sure. At some point, they'll get tired,
Lazy.
too busy,
Distracted.
scared.
Scared. Because people fear for their lives.
They fear personal rejection,
Embarrassment, being ridiculed.
Being looked at as freaks.
being excluded.
Yeah, we can certainly spin this any which way we want, but we'll have to be very clever with this one. For on this rests all his promises.
All of his promises. So, we'll just make them fearful and doubtful.
By twisting the facts just a little.
And get them to hate without any real reason. We'll concoct unanswered animosity and deep-rooted prejudice will pass on from generation to generation. Hatred, not only directed to them, but dwelling among them.
So that even if this were true, by the time it reached the ears of the others, those sharing the truth would
Be so hated that it wouldn't matter. Nobody would listen to them or want to be like them or have anything to do with them.
And then they'll just be discarded as self-righteous fanatics.
And everybody will focus on their flaws and their humanness.
And we will direct their attention to the wrong
Wrong
things
things
and the wrong person.
person.
Taking their eyes off the truth can be just as powerful as a direct lie. We'll simply suggest other ways to seek fulfillment.
Personal fulfillment.
Unveil new gods, so to speak. Mother Nature.
Money, power.
Self-enlightenment.
Chance. Yes, at the foot of absolute truth lay its most powerful adversary, relativism.
What's true for one may not necessarily be true for another.
And what's right for her may not be right for him.
As long as it makes them happy.
And if we can get others to believe that Scripture is some constricting, impossible task, they'll lose hope in that.
And as they lose hope, they'll lose their passion and their direction.
And they'll begin to bicker over the truth and allegorize it to fit their own personal agendas. And they will argue over history,
Translation.
authenticity.
And they will plague themselves with ritual, declaring some sense of higher purpose without having any joy.
They'll create their own beliefs and develop their own stories.
That's it. We'll use religion.
To take the place of relationship
And they'll focus on it.
instead of him.
With a simple distortion.
Bitterness, some resentment. They'll grow to hate one another.
And the people will become afraid. And religion will fight against religion. And people against people. And nation against nation. And they will be divided because of their misbelief.
It will come to the point where those who actually believe what happened here today will be rejected, hated,
Considered irrelevant and weak.
They'll be persecuted, mistreated on every corner and in every nation, and they will fear to profess their faith,
Fear to share their stories. Fear to make a difference.
Fear to help their neighbor.
fear to worship.
Fear to follow him.
Then we have won.
Indeed,
This is what we will do.
We will hate.
And we will lie.
And we will cast fear into the hearts of all men.
I wonder if that's all it will take.
Like we said,
Like we said.
it all depends.
It all depends.